Welcome back. Sorry about that blast of noise directly into your eardrums if you are wearing earbuds. Hello, it's another Monday. We are back once again to the level 99 grind, and unfortunately, apparently my back is back to hurting me. That's the joys of getting old, I guess. Right. We are still working towards the next level. And we are still in the 5-digit numbers. But that's a-okay. That's part of the process. It's part of the grind. Alrighty. Let's get right back into business. For those of you who are VOD watchers are not familiar anyway, I am Littlething42, and I have been doing this level 99 grind technically for years now, but I started doing it again back in September with the file that I actually started with in the first place at level 19. So from levels 19 to 47? 47? From levels 19 to 47 is basically the end of September till now. And we've been making excellent progress to the point where I can roughly estimate how much XP I'm going to get during the stream depending on how it's going. For the most part, we usually average about 4,000 XP both on good and not so great days. I wouldn't call them bad days, more of just really sticky days, but since I have adjusted my setup and upgraded my hardware, aka I started using my desktop instead of my old laptop for streaming, it's gone much better. So yeah, that's the scoop on that. Oh my goodness, I am definitely gonna put a heating pad or something on my back. I tweaked a muscle or something like that. I must have landed wrong. In my defense, I did sit on a railing earlier this week, and I hopped down and I definitely landed it wrong because I felt a sharp pain in my foot. This is what I get for not being physically active. I know I said I was going to work on doing that, and I did technically work on doing that, but I was mainly doing that so I could survive a trip that I was going on where I would be doing a lot of walking. And I did survive said trip. I survived it awesomely. It was great. I had a fun time with that. But I think I've fallen off on that. But that's okay. That's okay. It's part of the process. Part of the process of building new habits is sticking to them, and that is one of the things that I struggle with, unfortunately. Ah, well. I was gonna jokingly say, woe is me. I could probably stand to start doing some more sit-ups and push-ups and stuff like that. I think that might be the safest course of action for doing exercise. Not that Dance Dance Revolution isn't a safe course of action. I can do it pretty well. But every once in a while, it takes a little bit to set the whole thing up. It takes a little bit of adjustment and movement. I mean, it's super easy. I don't know why I seem to think I have a problem, but ah well. You know how humans are. They tend to get a little bit lazy at times. But I think doing some core exercises might help and save my poor back from causing problems on purpose. For the moment, though, I will have problems. Not necessarily on purpose, but they are there. Oh, man. This is still most excellent that all it took was just switching devices and now everything is going swimmingly. I'm very perplexed at this, actually. But I'm looking at my devices and they are actively doing their jobs. Both of them are working just fine and dandy, so. I'm going to be doing that a lot. Apparently I don't seem to have enough oxygen in my lungs, so I'm going to keep exhaling, or maybe there's too much carbon dioxide? Wow. Oh well. But yay, progress! We were at like 14,700 and something, and now we're just slightly lower than that. Slightly. I wouldn't say about 280s because I don't know if I did 280s worth. I definitely didn't this time. But that's okay. We're making progress. I am technically probably going a lot slower than a lot of other level grinders that I've seen. just because I allot my level grinding to now 2 days a week instead of 3, just to keep myself sane. And then, in addition to that, it's only for about like 2.5 hours or so. The last stream went for like 2.5 hours because I was just having a blast, and I was like, oh, this is great. There's no problems. Thursday doesn't seem to be cursed by me anymore. I'm still waiting for the other shoe to drop, but for now, there doesn't seem to be a shoe to drop, so. Hey, if it works, it works. And that does mean that this coming Thursday, I wonder what's left of Ventus's journey for... It's been such a long time since I played through most of Kingdom Hearts games, actually, like properly played through them. Shoot. Goodness sakes. Anyhow. Oh no! Too early! It's too early for yawns. Goodness sakes. Yeah. But then after we deal with Ventus, then we get to play as Aqua. I am a little bit saddened that my controller is actually behaving itself now. Part of me is wondering if it's just time, or if it's just literally me finally not pressing so much on the R2 button and it not getting stuck. Because then it kind of defeats the purpose, but I have seen it do the spinning thing before, so I think I'm just not using the R2 button as much, because subconsciously I'm like, no, I don't want to do that again. But that's kind of the whole point, is to cause problems on purpose. So I need to cause myself problems on purpose. Wow. To explain that Twitch notification you probably saw, if you happen to see it, that was actually the proof. I wouldn't say I shotgunned a bowl of ice cream, because that's not how it works. But I did slightly speedrun through a bowl of ice cream, and it was delicious. It was absolutely delicious. Cookie dough, in fact. One of my favorites. I used to be a lover of mint chocolate chip, but I think I needed a break from it after a while. I think that was the problem. I needed a break from it, so I took a break from it, and now I'm just eating cookie dough. I also used to, when it was on sale, I would get 2 pints, one of mint chocolate chip, the other of cookie dough, and I would put the 2 flavors in the same bowl. Sometimes it tastes good, sometimes it tastes bad, depending on the batch. It really does depend on the batch, I'm not joking. Especially with mint ice cream, because some mint ice creams, like, sometimes it's batch difference, and sometimes it's just also brand difference. But some brands of mint ice cream, they do taste like toothpaste, which is what the usual mint haters say. And then sometimes the mint is actually pretty good. Sometimes it's a lot more minty that not toothpaste level, if that makes sense. It's extremely varied across the board. And then there's just ice cream where, some ice cream is a lot milkier than others. Like, take Blue Bunny for instance. That stuff is not a lactose intolerant person's friend in the slightest. It is not your friend. If you're lactose intolerant, they use a lot of milk in their ice cream, which is good if you're a milk lover and that you want more milk in your ice cream. There you go. Boom. But it's vicious on somebody who can't do the lactose. Depending on which coast you are, Dryer/Eddie's is a little bit lighter on the gut. At least in my personal experience. Whenever I've gotten Dryers or Eddie's, depending on which coast I've been on, it's not done me dirty. I think Ben & Jerry's also hasn't done me dirty, but I also am very partial to the half-baked flavor, which has these big chunks of cookie dough and brownie in it. It's absolutely delicious. I love And then there's those talenty layers ones. The layers ones aren't at the supermarket that I tend to go to, so... And I don't think they're at the supermarket that I used to go to, where I used to buy them most of the time. Also, getting any talenty ice cream is just a pain in the butt, because you have to do some excessive leverage just to get the damn thing open. It's very funny, though. Big stretch. Okay. Dude, you missed. You missed! Goodness sakes, these dusks are not throwing as much hands. Watch, the next round is gonna be so much, is gonna do so much damage to the point where I'm like, whoa, 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 what the heck? That sort of thing. I'm calling it now. Now that I've said, although, now that I've said that, I'm gonna be paying more attention, so it's less likely that I'm gonna take absurd amounts of damage. Epic. Oh. But maybe because I'm gonna let my guard down because of that. Okay, that's enough. That's enough cyclical arguments. We don't need to do that too much. I have a feeling that the Ventus highlight reel is going to be shorter than the Terra one. I'm already thinking that it's definitely going to be shorter. Who am I kidding? It's not going to be 2 hours long. It's going to be 1 hour long. I just need to be chill and relax with it. I think my issue with Ventus's run so far is that I'm just not relaxing. Something's up. Who knows? I don't even know what level I'm at. Although, I do know one thing. There is definitely gonna be that escort mission with Snow White is definitely going to be in the highlight reel. I'm 100% sure of that. I'm going to say somebody fours. Yikes. That's okay. That's fine. It's okay. I still keep thinking that the whole setup is completely new when I've been at the new setup for at least a week now. Because there was like, not last Thursday, but the Thursday before that where I just finally had it and fixed the whole setup the night, like that night, and then did a little test run. Was it on Monday? Or, no, it was a Tuesday. It was a Tuesday when I finally was like, no. It was Monday when I was fed up, and then Tuesday I did the finalized process for getting into the hang itself. And once I was sure everything was all fixed and dandy, then I was like, yay, now I can do more streams, and it'll be fun. Playing Power Wash Simulator was fun. I wonder if I can make my life worse by triple live streaming. I think I would make my life worse doing that. Plus I would have to do some shuffling on one of the platforms to get that all straightened out. And I'm not sure if I want to deal with that. Plus, there's only so much interesting stuff I can put on the screen for that. I'm not showing my face on there. Nice. As a joke, before the stream started, I was like, when I'm able to, I should set up, like, points redemption for doing, like, 5 push-ups or something like that. And then I just foresaw down the line the redemption being spammed like crazy and me being like, you guys suck, I have to put the positive redemptions on hold. Or raise the points required for it. I know how Twitch chats behave. I've been in plenty of them. I know what y'all are like. I know what makes you laugh. I'm pretty sure there's a variant of that quote in one of the Rick and Morty episodes. No, it was Rick saying, "I've seen what makes you cheer." It's so funny that I say that when I haven't actually watched a full episode of that series. The most I know of the series is exclusively through scrolling through YouTube shorts for way too flipping long. Like, that's the main reason I know anything that goes on in that show. Might be for the better. It might be the more tolerable way for me to watch the series. I'm just like this, wow, there's some pretty interesting and fascinating stuff beyond all the gross stuff. But I do understand some people like the gross stuff and stuff like that. It's just not my cup of tea. I like the drama. Oh well. Oh god, I just remember that stupid copy pasta that came out. What season was it? Was it before or after the pickle incident or the Szechuan sauce incident? It was like the whole, to be fair, you have to have a very high IQ to understand Rick and Morty or something. Some shit like that. It was so funny. It was everywhere, that stupid copy pasta. I haven't seen that one in a while now, though. I have seen variants of the marine copy pasta. That one was pretty interesting. I used to see that one by itself, and then I would also see the variants. But that was more of like a 2016, 2017 thing. Maybe 2015. 2015, 2017, that era. 2017 is a freaking blur. What the heck? I thought that all went on a lot longer than it actually did. Wow. Orbeez. I'm so sorry. Every time... No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for calling them Orbeez, because guess what? They make me think of Orbeez, so I'm calling them Orbeez. Woo! Ba-da-ba-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, shoot. Damn it, I don't have that code anymore. I was just thinking about this. I thought of an idea of, I had a copy of some code software that responded to voices. And I was like, oh hey, I could do that to make I'm thinking of... I'm considering a PNG tuber again, but it's scary, okay? I have the software to do it, if that helps. I was just thinking about PNG and VTubing and stuff like that. Since I don't want to use a face cam, because then I'll have to look nice, and I'll have to dress up, and then I'll have to make sure that such and such is in the right spot, and so forth. It'd just be a real pain in the butt. Just another layer of what I used to enjoy about the internet, which was not having identities across the freaking board. I mean, I do get having some identity across the board as like a streamer and stuff like that, but like, you know, just having a little semblance of space between my online persona and my real life self. You know what I mean, right? all because data brokers realized they could just sell off people's data, and suddenly they want everything. Your name, your address, your phone number, what you were born as, your likes and dislikes, all of the stuff to sell to advertisers so then they can make money off of you and put more targeted ads. God, I miss the untargeted ads. They were so funny. Would you click on them? Probably not. Would somebody else click on them? You know what? Probably. There were always those people who would do that. There would always be at least one person who clicks on the weird ad. And it was great. It was funny. Ow. But now they want to know everything about you. Specifically advertisers. They're like, we have the whole profile to target this specific person to get them to buy stuff. And I'm just thinking, ew. That's all I can think. Ew. And I get it. Advertising is how you get business going. It's how you get people to recognize your brand and just look at your product or whatever you're making and selling stuff. You know, it's part of making a living. But it kind of disgusts me. You know, it does disgust me that it's very personalized and targeted. The lack of generalization when it comes to some ads, it separates people in a way. Does that make sense? So, like, how do I explain this? Basically, because of personalization of ads, nobody will actually talk about the ads that they get because it says something about them. So there's not going to be a word of mouth spread about such and such a product, because every once in a while, nobody's going to want to tell something about themselves that, like, the ads that they get that will expose themselves in some way or another. Although I can tell you, I have gotten full episodes of Peppa Pig, which is really funny because I barely watch Peppa Pig. It's only because of advertisements that I've even seen half of an episode of that. But, like, just little things, and depending on, it's usually depending on gender, age bracket, country of origin, and maybe if they manage to catch it, political beliefs, they will sell that data to advertisers and make those ads more targeted. That's what it does. It's the art of getting people to buy your stuff. Some of them are actually honest, and some of them are completely dishonest, and they suck. I look at a lot of the mobile game ads where they just have a bunch of assets, but they show none of the actual gameplay in the game. Maybe there's a mini game in that game that has it, but those only show up in events. It's just one of those things. It's one of those things. Anyway, what I meant to say was about personalization. Having the ads all be personalized, it means that there's not a chance to connect with people about, hey, did you see that weird ad the other day? Like, for example, growing up, cable or satellite or whatever television existed, and there were often, depending on the channel, the ads were more dependent on what you watched, like what channel you watched. And one of the ads that was actually, like, there were, like, ones for these little animal face plates called Zoo Pals. And they had the main plate and then two little divots to, like, put sauces in, because they know that, like, kids like... Some kids don't like their mixing the ketchup into their fries all over. They like to dip the ketchup instead of having to fight for it. You know? Sometimes you don't want ketchup right away. Or just anything. Or, for example, the Betty Crocker chocolate making set, which was really just a double boiler, a lot of different, like, molds for, like, pouring chocolate into to make little cute treats or whatever. Or that one kitchenware setup where you could make an ice cream cake with it, or maybe even Jell-O, like that sort of thing. Like, some folks will actually know what I'm talking about when I say that. Although that depends on the country too. I am limited to my experiences in America. USA, American. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Either way, my experience with advertisements is pretty limited. Also, those weird pharmaceutical ads where they rapidly talk about all the side effects that are absolutely horrendous that could happen to you. I've heard that, like, occasionally, like, some side effects aren't actually effects of the medication, it just whatever happened during the study was recorded down as a side effect. But still. Goodness gracious. Also, I don't know if I haven't, like, officially confirmed this with somebody from, like, Europe, for example, but apparently from what I heard, they don't have social ads. Which I'm kind of jealous about. I remember once, I was watching, I think it was I can't remember the full name of the channel, but it was HLN, which is the one that I usually watch whenever I go to a hotel. I usually watch HLN, and usually it's playing a lot of reruns of Forensic Files. There were so many ads for medication specifically for older people because they expect older folks to be watching Forensic Files because I guess older folks like their true crime. Still. Oh, advertisements. And of course, if you're a Twitch viewer, you know all of, well, I guess if you're a YouTube viewer, just pretty much watching anything on YouTube or Twitch, y'all know all about advertisements. You have seen so many freaking ads. Some of them you're just like, ugh, this one again. And then other ones you just hit skip, and then I guess in the YouTube case, some of them you can skip. And then in Twitch's case, they do not let you skip any ads, and sometimes you get like 10 ads and you're just like, ugh, and they often are like loud as fuck. I say loud as fuck for a reason, because the stream might be quiet and then suddenly the actual ad is just like loud. Like burst out your eardrums because you turned up the volume so you can hear the streamer you're watching. It's like, dude! And then they make it worse by like pausing the ad so you have to be forced to watch through the ad if you leave the tab. It's like, do you not get that nobody wants to watch these damn things? We get it. You want to sell stuff. You gotta make money. You gotta do the ad revenue thing. I get it. But for the love of God, at least make it tolerable so then we don't have to suffer through it, because it just makes the site worse. And I guess there's like some mild, I wouldn't say there's technically a monopoly on the streaming scene because there's other streaming platforms, but it would be smarter to just be the better platform rather than the less shit platform, if that makes sense. Like, take Steam, for example. They're not a shining, perfect example of everything, but they do at least mostly good by their customers, and, like, they have a good Steam has a good reputation with gamers for a reason. They try to do their best to make sure, one, if you somehow lose your account, they are able to get it back to you like that. There's running jokes about them being practically hitmen. They're allegedly, of course, alleged jokes about being allegedly hitmen. They're not hitmen. But like those things. Or like, what was the return policy for getting a full refund 2 hours or something like that? Yeah. Like, and doing other processes. Meanwhile, other gaming launcher platforms, they keep shooting themselves in the damn foot. And then they throw a fit because Steam does so well. They're like, oh, this is a monopoly. No, it's not a monopoly. Y'all just suck. And y'all keep listening to shareholders. Shareholders are they are a fucking plague on any business. The second a company goes public, it will go to shit. Because shareholders do not know how to do business. All they know is how they want to make more money. That's all they care about, is make more money. Which, I mean, yeah. You want to make back the money that you invested in the company. But how you do that is you make good products, you cultivate brand loyalty, and you make your customers want to come back to you because they like you. It is way easier to get people to stay with your company and choose you over and over if they like you and they like the experience having with you. If they think you suck, the only reason that they're coming around is because you're the less shitty option. That's not something to be proud of. It's not something to be proud of to be the less shit option. This is not the first time I've gone on this rant, and I will probably go on this rant again. But it is a consistent problem that I've noticed, is that, like, oh, God forbid, if Steam ever goes public, I'm gonna lose my freaking marbles. Steam, never fucking go public. I swear to God, do not go public. Do not. I will blow a gasket and throw everything. I get it, that's not really appropriate, or it's a tantrum or whatever it is, but I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of wholeheartedly agree. Because it would just be the signal of the downfall of the platform. That's all it is. Company goes public, they start doing stupid stuff. Take a look at Facebook. Or Meta. Whatever. The moment it went public, it was just like, ew. And it just got worse, and the website got uglier and uglier and uglier, and you see your friends less and less and less. There's a bunch of store pages, random liked pages suddenly get sold off and become something completely freaking different. So you gotta dig through it and clear it from your likes because, no, you don't actually like this. At all. It just is, and then now there's like no customization. It's a freaking nightmare to do anything with it. They take forever to actually delete your account if you want to delete it. And the platform sucks. Also, it was grounds for a lot of messed up stuff that has happened. So, there's that. It was just, ugh. Watching that was horrendous, because I saw what it used to be. It used to be fun. Now I just look at it and think, oh, you poor bastard, how far you've fallen. Although, to be fair, knowing the origins of the stinking social media website, if I had known about this origin sooner, it would have been those, yeah, should have seen that coming a mile away. Yep. Ow. I lean forward just a little bit and my back is screaming at me. It's just this one spot that feels completely squished. And I can't tell if my hip has decided to kill me or what. I bet there's just a tense up muscle. I could probably fix it. If I do something just right, I might be able to fix it. I'm not doing it right though. So, plus I don't know how to fix it. Okay, I have two ideas on how to fix it. One of them involves doing a plank. I don't want to do a plank. Oh my gosh. Okay. That is so trippy. Gosh, YouTube is so freaking behind. Holy crap. Ooh, I'm getting cold. That is not what either. I would like to not get cold, please. Nice, we've already made through about 1,000-ish XP. Actually more than that, because I think that said 13302. Yeah. 13,300 and something. So now it's 13,200. 1,000? 1,000? What? Why am I suddenly Irish? I only say Irish because I've heard Irish people say, like, the TH like that. Although it depends on the, I wonder, okay, there's definitely some regional dialect there. I mean, shoot, there's different English accents all over the place. Why shouldn't there be a bunch of different Irish accents and a bunch of different versions of Scottish accents? Whee! I mean, shoot, look at the US. There's a bunch of different quote-unquote American accents. The one I hear about is Pennsylvania Dutch for some reason. And the transatlantic one. And of course the southern one. And I guess there's something different with the Midwest and also the Pacific Coast. No, Pacific Northwest is a little bit different than what you would hear in California. What else? Texan in the South is slightly different. Yeah, a Texan accent is slightly different than the South. Shoot, it might even vary state to... It does vary state to state, too. There's, like, different ways of speaking. There's Boston, New York, and Brooklyn. Do not mix those up. They will all fight you because of that. Boston, New York, and Brooklyn. Do you see how brain dead I am today? Goodness sakes. I meant to say Boston, Brooklyn, and Jersey. Don't get those mixed up. They are different. I don't know what the frick is going on in Connecticut. I used to know something about Connecticut, but I don't know. Ugh. Oh, good golly. Alright, nice. Going right according to schedule. It's almost perfect. It's a good day. A very good day. Oh my gosh. What the heck? I didn't even do anything major. Why am I sleepy now? I even tried to go to bed at a decent time for once in my life. I'm still thinking about the hard-boiled eggs that I ate earlier today. That sounds so out of left field, but I can sense them in my taste palette. And I don't know whether I'm okay with that or whether I am like, ew. Because it's just hard-boiled eggs, but you'd think that things would be clear by now. Where I'm not thinking about it. Maybe I'm just hungry again. I literally ate before the stream. I'm not even joking. I had some spaghetti with some sauce that had meat in it, and it was good. And I had put Parmesan on it. It was great. Then I had a little handful of pretzels and also some ice cream. I'm like, why am I still hungry? It might be the season of hunger again. I do go through phases where I just want to eat everything, and then other phases where I just want to eat nothing at all. So this must be I must be getting into the eat everything phase. That's okay. I can live with that. Unfortunately, that doesn't include the beef and broccoli I made the other day. For some reason, I just can't do it anymore. I just don't enjoy it like I used to. Which is really annoying because I made it, and now I'm just like, well, girl, eat the food you made. It's good for you. And I'm like, no, I don't want to. So now there's just an argument going on about that. That's okay. Where are you going? Okay. Sometimes these dusks do some weird stuff, but I do understand some of the reasoning. Like, for example, like that one dusk went off to the side. It was literally just because I was in a weird spot. Oh, I got a 4 out of that. Dang it. Shoot. Okay. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was definitely a big yawn. We are definitely on the mark today. Holy crap, this is great. Oh my gosh. I closed my eyes for half a second and I'm already doing micro sleeps. What the heck? Why does this always happen? Oh, good heavens. Goodness sakes. Noisemakers. Alright, I'm gonna mute up real quick. Alrighty. All is set. For now. Alright, come on, bring it on. Hi, sweetie. Hello. Oh my goodness, puppy. A little bit of chaos today. Nice. Okay. Cool. Goodness gracious me. Goodness sakes. Okay, got that. More damage. Come on, bring it on. Please bring more damage. Okay, this is not enough damage. I need more. Oh gosh. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. I know where this is going. I fixed the problem. I needed more than one hand. I have 2 for now. I love how I keep saying for now whenever it comes to being like, ah, yes, I have 2 hands. I totally have 2 hands. But every once in a while... Every once in a while. Good lord. 1 second. Anyway, every once in a while, shit, what was it? Now I don't remember. What was it to do with? It was... Oh, right, every once in a while I try to prepare in case of the possibility of losing my left hand specifically. I haven't done any writing practice with my right hand. Fun fact. But I do want to be able to do stuff with both hands in the unlikely event that I lose one of them. Just cause it would be real. I was gonna say it would be real handy to make sure that I could do that. I have some. Okay, my main concern with my right hand is my ability to write. That's the only thing. Oh gosh, I am so sorry for burping. Kinda not sorry, but kinda sorry. It's not something one expects. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, a sleepyhead or something. Gracious me, we are on target today. We are on the level grind target. This is awesome. Nice. Ow. Okay, apparently I can't hum anymore. Ow. That's not good. Maybe I'll do those planks soon. Whew. Ouch. I would like the pain to stop, because it really hurts a lot. I'm okay. I'm only mild, but it is driving me wild. Seriously, it's getting a little ridiculous. And I'm going into the walls. I like going into walls, it's fun. That is not what I expected, but you know what? The result was pretty funny. 12,666. A little bit more damage though. I would like to make a little bit more progress than just 4 points apiece. I'm not working with those small gaps as in KH1, unfortunately. Whoever thought it'd be funny to make the level 99 grind so freaking long in Square. Don't necessarily count the days because it's been ages and it's not something that can imagine. But I have to question what kind of mindset were you in when you did this, because why? This is cruelty at its finest. Ow. Anyway. Good God. gosh, I misread a timer as 62, and I'm like, that doesn't work. They don't start counting minutes like that. They just bump it up to an hour after that. Silly. Oh my goodness. That would suck. Okay. More discs. Alright, got those ones covered. Next round. Back pain is the worst. I'd probably just pinch something. I'll do a plank at midstream point. Maybe I haven't decided yet. Nice, okay. Okay, we're steadily going along. Going into walls apparently, but we're going. Imagine if I did try to do the level 100 grind for cage run. I feel like I would cry a little bit if it was faster than this. It probably is faster than this. Now is not the time to close your eyes, dear. It is the time for action. I closed my eyes for like half a second, goodness sakes. If there is a single piece of chicken left, I'm gonna eat it. We had dinner, there was chicken involved, and it was delicious, and I'm gonna steal at least 2 or 3 pieces of chicken. It's not necessarily stealing if it's allowed. And it's not borrowing because it's not coming back. I prefer it not to be coming back in any shape or form. Ah! Oh, there we go. Where my headset arm was. I didn't know where it went. Spin. Spin. It's so fascinating when sometimes these two have done pretty much the same moveset and the other one is doing something completely different. I find it super fascinating when the movesets change. I'm aware that that's usually done with the speed runs of the data fights. I think the start of the run, they like die intentionally to move the moveset in a specific way from boot up. So then the moveset is slightly different and they can work with that. And then dying does throw off the moveset. But it's a very, very interesting thing. I also remember seeing people do that, and they mentioned that they used to do Xemnas' fight last, like his data fight last. but they decided to do it second in subsequent ones just because it seemed to be a little bit faster. Which I think is really fascinating. I love how speedrunners find ways to shave off time, either through ridiculous exploits that save them like a bunch of time that they would just lose playing the game normally. And sometimes it seems like the exploit itself takes longer than the whole thing, but it doesn't. It like takes out a ton of game train time. I think it's hilarious. Whee! I wonder if they did any Kingdom Hearts runs at AGDQ this year. I'll have to look that up later, or I could look it up right now. I'm always looking it up. What am I saying? I wanna get an hour into this stream before I look it up. How about that? Let's do that. This is gonna be the longest 2 minutes of my life for some stupid reason. I'm not even gonna realize it. Ooh, that's a pretty sky. Why is the sky always pretty? Okay, maybe not always. I remember once crossing the Midwest and seeing the ugliest green sky I've ever seen. But that was accompanied by my deepest fear of tornadoes, because those things are freaking terrifying. They're fast, they will go wherever they want, and they will ruin your life. And your neighbor's life. And they will rip a path and send wood barreling through concrete. Scary. Those things are scary. What the heck? Like a little bit more damage. A crumb, if you will. Actually, more than a crumb, more like a crumble. A bowl of crumbs. Nice. Alright, get over here and stay away from the door. Step away from the door. Nice. Excellent. Most excellent. Okay. Let's get down to the bottom real quick. Oh my gosh. Ow. Why are you like this? Why are you doing that? Why? Oh. Oh shit. Okay, my hard drive just disconnected. Okay. That's interesting. I knew something was gonna drop. I did not expect that to be the shoe to drop, but okay. Let's see if it disconnected fully. It should be fine. Let's see what happened to the video file of this. Yes, it's raw files. Let's see what happened to this one. 1 second, chat. I'm gonna mute my desktop audio real quick. Wait, what does that mean? Wait. Oh, okay. Well, that's good to know. Anyway, 1 second. Let me do a quick check and see what happened. What the fuck? What? Hello? What? What in God's name is going on? Okay, so chat, I don't know what the frick is going on with my recording setup, but I think I'm gonna have to just download the VOD post stream because the recording function just broke. It just like there was an encoder error or something like that. Anyway, okay. Now that we've figured out that there was an encoder error on my hard drive for some random reason, let's do that little search that I said I was gonna do. Wait, wouldn't it be easier if... No, yeah, it would have been easier to just search on YouTube. Because I always post the VODs to YouTube. Let me see. If I can spell everything right. Because... Okay, fine, whatever. Let me see if they did a Kingdom Hearts one. It looks like they did a KH2 run for 2026. Yeah, it looks like there's just one Kingdom Hearts run and it's a Kingdom Hearts 2 run. Which makes sense. Alright. Now that I've got that settled, I'm gonna do a couple other things and give you the be right back screen. For one, I'm gonna fix my back, because it's actually hurting a lot right now. Alright, I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Nothing like doing a couple of planks. There is one thing that's bothering me right now, though, is that file. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna do the thing. Why do I do that? Oh my gosh. Okay, well that... Oh dear God. Okay. Turns out it can throw a fit about something. Anyway, back to the grind. Anyway, I think I'm gonna save that VOD from the usual pattern. Hopefully that encoding error is just a one-time thing, because I would be really annoyed if that was a problem. Okay, I've reduced the amount of pain by doing 2 30-second planks between my meal. And it's definitely caused some of the pain to subside, which I am very happy about. So it turns out, core exercises, the best way to fix your back is to do core exercises. Maybe I'll just do planks at random throughout the day. Just random 30-second planks at any given point. If I think about it, do a plank. I think that'd be a great idea. Ow. I was about to be like, hello, can I get to where I need to be? I do apologize for taking so long in that break, just cause. Oh, I am feeling it today. This is good. That's okay, it's fine. Is it weird that part of me misses when the Wi-Fi would crap out? Slightly? I only slightly miss it though. Only slightly. Just added a little extra flair, you know? I think that's what it is. Alright. There we go. Let's keep it rolling. Well, for a second I thought there was a glitch. Nope, everything is cool. Everything is just fine. I'm gonna find out what sort of weird stuff happens at the end of the stream. I'm hoping that the encoder error doesn't cause something to stack up, because otherwise I'm gonna have to move the file. I mean, I won't be surprised if I have to move the file. I will be completely okay with that, as long as it doesn't screw up my hard drive. I don't want to screw with it right now, though. It might break something. Basically, I did a little test watch-through of the file that broke, and one second. And it did not let me move forward to see where it chopped off. And it had a little thing that made it look like it was meant like a live video. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave that alone for now. Infinite videos scare me. That just made me think of like when the early live streaming features came out for YouTube. Every once in a while there'd be a celebrity with just a constantly ongoing live stream that's just a black screen because they didn't know how to turn it off and end stream. It was really funny. There are still some problems like that, I'm sure. You know what I want to do? I want to lean back. That's what I want to do. I want to lean back. There we go. Much better. Much less pressure on the spine. I need to stretch it so bad. Ugh. Now I just need to do more planks. More planks! Whee! So if I do this right, I'll be below 1200. No, that doesn't seem right, because that said 45. Unless I screwed up and got a 4 in that. That could be a possibility. Yeah. Maybe. No, 86. That would be... Okay. Yeah. Okay. I figured it out. I'm a silly goose. I should be at 76 times. No. Girl, no. Why would you be at 76 if it's minus 80? Goodness sakes. Doing math is fun, but every once in a while my brain just flatlines and doesn't want to do it. On the bright side, from 12,000 down, it's like 3 streams of 4,000 remaining. So, about 3-ish streams, I'd say, remaining till the next level. Isn't that exciting, Chad? We'll be another level closer. When I put it into number of streams perspective, it seems like the gap is much smaller. At least for that particular level. But I also don't start trying to calculate that until like the 2400,000s now. I was calculating it more at the 4-digit point, but there's just 2 or 3 streams left. But I'm working with larger numbers for longer now, so that's how it goes. Maybe the level grind isn't as long as I think it is mathematically. I kind of want to do some math, chat. I'm having one of those weird off days where I need to do things, so I'm going to do things. Like, break out the calculator. Where's the calculator? Where did my calculator go? There you are. Okay. So, let's do some mathematical calculations from here. Let me first punch in 2,875,578 minus 316,860. Alrighty, that is 2,558,718. Alrighty, and then what do I want to divide that into? I'll just divide it by 4,000. I have 639 streams remaining. Okay. Does that seem right to you, chat? Well, that's 639. That doesn't seem right. See what I mean? Every time I try to do this mathematically, it seems insurmountable. But I know it's surmountable. I know it's possible. Because I'm making active progress towards it. I'm not at the halfway point by any means, but I am past the 10th point. 639 streams. Am I really gonna be at it for years? That can't be right. It doesn't feel right that I'll be at it for years. For like 2 more years or so. It doesn't feel right in the slightest. Because I've made like 30 levels of progress. Okay, not 30. It feels like 30. 28 levels of progress? Yes. 28 levels of progress. I made 28 levels of progress between September and now. Maybe I'm just not quantifying it right. And that's not counting times where I'm taking a holiday. Where I'm like not going to be streaming for a holiday or something like that. So. I feel like I'm missing a puzzle. Well, to be fair, that's at 4,000. Let me take these guys out. And this isn't even the total that's going to be the total at the end of the stream either. So let me just times 4,000 again. Okay, let's try dividing it by 5,000. That's still 511, and if you divide that by 365, that's a year and something. I'm not doing the math. It's 1.4 something. 1.4 years. I feel like I'm doing something wrong with this math. To be fair, I'm also still working my way down. Don't know why, I don't seem to concept this quite well. Either that or the gap just is very big right now. Going by levels feels much easier, but the levels have wider and wider gaps over time. At some point, it's going to be like 50,000 XP gap per level or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised. I could look that up. How much XP to each level? It'd be worth looking up. Screw it. Let's do it. I'm already sidetracked. Let's sidetrack even more. Oh, for God's sakes, I keep forgetting that I can't use freaking Reddit on this. Why do I keep forgetting that I can't use Reddit on there? I just want to know the XP level gaps. I'm not gonna know, damn it. Oh well. Worth a shot. Alright, let's keep going. I think my back is mad at me because I keep punching over. I think that's my problem. My core strength is failing me, and I guess my back is finally mad at me, so I need to alleviate that problem ASAP. It's gonna take some time, but I think I can do it. If I can get my core strength back up, it'll make the burden on my poor back a little bit easier. Or a lot bit easier, who knows? Whee! Hop! 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 Hop. Interesting. Let's see, hop, 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 Hop. I didn't count that. Crap. That was like 6. That was like 6 hops. I don't know why I was counting, but I thought it would be interesting to see. And going up and down is a different story. Come on, bring it on. Shoot, I remember when I used to do these guys separately. Now I just fight them at the same time. It's not technically faster, but it feels faster. Maybe because I'm not focusing on just one, I'm focusing on 2 at the same time, and then I can get more damage off of them, and then I can just wipe them out in one sweep if I'm lucky. That's pretty good. That was a 2-for-1 right there. Whee! 3, 4. It's a 5-er if you go up. Oh, good too. Alright, nice. Okay, bring it on. Sometimes you just gotta whack me for no reason. Pure comedy at its finest. Ow! Okay, that was kind of weird, actually. I did clown a little, so that's on me. I keep wanting to dodge roll, but I won't get that until I've unlocked a limit form and leveled it up to level 3. So it's gonna be a little bit. I can't remember if I automatically unlock limit form at the start, like with Valor and Wisdom form, or if that's a slightly later one. It's been such a long time since I played through the game like this. And since I've been living in this place for 135 hours or so, well, technically just 100 hours. I'm just going to count it as 100 hours because I don't remember what happened for levels 1 through 19. It's crazy. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, and then out. Yay! Alright, sitting up. Let's see how that feels. Much better, actually. Much better. A little bit chilly, though. Guess what that means? It means wearing my blankets until I am warm again. Alright, there we go. Wow, I really do not have good posture. Yikes. I feel a little off game. I'm just feeling really off my game, actually. Goodness sakes. I mean, I can do the things, but I am feeling really off today. Oh, hi! We've, no, we haven't crossed the threshold of 4,000 here. That's the 3,000 threshold. And I don't think I'm going to cross too far past the 4,000 threshold. Because I was doing a lot of procrastinating and skedaddling. I just want to take a really nice nap. Which probably means I didn't sleep properly, which does not surprise me. I did have some mildly disturbed sleep. Not like disturbed like but more like my sleep was slightly disrupted, so I am not surprised that my brain is not in the functional mood. was gonna say, I just thought of something, but I don't think I'm gonna commit to the idea just because I'm just spitballing here. I could always randomly do a live stream for like however long I want, whenever I feel like, whenever there's like a gap in time where I'm like, obviously not on the usual days I stream, but like any other days besides my stream days, maybe I'll just like do a random like short stream of level grinding to push things forward. Who knows? It's a thought. Just something that I'm thinking about just to make this go a little bit faster. Just a little bit. Because I do like doing this, but I don't want to do it forever. If I push things along faster, basically if I set more time aside to do this, I will get through these sections faster. Whee! Oh my god! Goodness gracious! I would like to not succumb to the sleep mode for like 10 minutes, if that. 10 minutes of not getting into sleep mode. That'd be grand. The food did nothing. Usually I'm chipping timber on a Monday, but apparently not this one. To be fair, it's been a pretty wonky... I've had a couple of really wonky days, so I'm not surprised. Okay, here's the deal. I'm gonna call the stream here, because I am struggling to stay awake. Kind of like that one time the other day. Was I streaming that day, though? I don't remember now. But either way, we have still made plenty of progress. For anybody who has watched or is watching the VODs, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to continue following me on this crazy journey, you can hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, or you can hit the follow button if you're watching on Twitch. Either way, you can get notifications for when I go live. I also have a Twitter, a Blue Sky, and a Tumblr. I barely post on the Tumblr, but I do post on the Twitter and Blue Sky for whenever I am going live. And yeah, we will continue this shenanigan tomorrow. Hopefully I will not have severe back pain that is pissing me off. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, evening, and night. Have a good one. Here's your end stream screen.